Hey Rob, in today's video I'm going to give you the 4-minute playbook on how to beat your competition, increase website traffic, and of course gain more clients. Here are the 3 things you need to do in order to be the best. So right now this is your home web page. Everything that I'm highlighting right here is considered content. You're going to want to have at least 1,200 words of content on the home page because that's exactly what Google's looking for. Why 1,200 words? Well, that's the sweet spot for them in order to be the best in the top on Google search. That's one of the main components to do that. So I would highly recommend optimizing at least 1,200 words on the home page around keywords that people are searching for between your plumbing and HVAC services. What did I do? I went over here, put in your zip code. I just wanted to see, who you're going up against, right? So this guy's number 3 on page 1, right? I just went all the way up here, zip code plumbing. Wanted to see who your competition, Good Man Plumber. So I'm taking a look at this. Now, before I get into them, this is your metrics. What is this called? Ahrefs. It's a tool that I get to pay $400 a month for, and it shows me everything Google can see. It explains to me what your weaknesses are, what your strengths are, how we can attack your weaknesses to make sure that they become strengths, and then destroy the competition so that you start being on page 1, not having to pay for advertising, not having to worry about Google pay-per-click, and just making sure that your money's going to the right place. Because I will tell you this, a lot of people will not always click on the ad. They're going to click on the organically ranked people on page 1. This guy doesn't need to pay for ads, so more people are inclined to click this person because he's the number 3 position on page 1, whereas if you scroll to the top and everybody's paying for this, it doesn't always work as good when you have the compared to that. So when we go back here, backlinks are the biggest component I want to bring up right now in order to actually get your power to your website to put you on page 1. The more backlinks you have, from high domain authorities. Not all backlinks are created equal. Don't get me wrong. You want to make sure you go get the high powerful ones. That's really going to be like a generator that powers your website, and Google's going to deem you a high authority figure, and they're going to say, well, look at all these backlinks that he's getting from other websites. If backlinks like a vote, they're not all created equal. Some are better than others, but the more backlinks you have, which is another website referring back to yours, gives you the ability for Google to say, yes, we want to rank this man on page 1, which is really going to translate to a hell of a lot more business. I'm going to show you why. So you only have 29, you had 76, it's just been on a decline since, right? We looked at these guys, the Good Man Plumber, right? Because we were looking at plumbing, Good Man Plumber. These guys had 17,000 backlinks. They're now at 3,001. But look at how much traffic they're bringing in their website. I mean, these things work. It's just a matter of 3 things I'm going to teach you. First thing's the content, right? They're not so focused on that. They'd even get more traffic if they did, but they're not really worried about it right now because they're number 3 on page 1. And the reason for that is their backlinks. They're bringing in 1,100 people a month. Their traffic value estimated by Google is 23,500 a month, man. This is you. 0, 26 people. This is them. 1,023K. In order for us to do this right, you really need to invest your money wisely, and I would highly recommend start building your backlink portfolio up to something like you saw with that. And then the last thing is citation. So here's what citations are. MapQuest, Montaport, Yahoo, Better Business Bureau, Yelp, anywhere they can find you. You want to have at least 350 of these. You have about 10 when I looked it up. So you just want to make sure that you're going out, actively getting the citations that are required, actively doing the backlinks, and this will end up being like this, okay? And the last thing I wanted to bring up was we had looked up plumbing, and we had saw that these guys are number 3, right? Next thing, you do HVAC. So I wanted to see if you're even ranked on the first page for this. You're not. And I came down and I saw, who did I look up here? HVAC Philly, right? So if we come over here, I'm looking at HVAC Philly. They got a lot more content. This is definitely a reason why they're on page 1 for sure. And then I'm looking at their metrics, and these guys have 3,750 backlinks. They used to have 20,000, and they're still bringing in 471 people a month. So is this beatable? Absolutely, man. Will it take a little bit of work? For sure. But, I mean, you need to have the playbook to understand how to attack the right things so you start landing on the first page, and this will start translating for your business and getting way more clientele than this. We both know, okay, that even if 471 people land on their page, let's just say they convert 47 of them. An HVAC job is what, $7,000, $8,000 for the entire house, if that's what's being required. Let's just be conservative and say whatever HVAC job you're doing is just $4,000. Do 4,000 times 47. That's how much opportunity that's on the table right now when you do this stuff that's very powerful that I'm teaching you. And just to show you that I know what I'm talking about, if you do Philadelphia SEO consultant, okay, here are all the ads. Here's me, number one. Number one on the map pack. I'm number one here. I'm in the map pack. I know exactly how to do this. You click my website. There's everything that you need to see. There's 1,200 words of content. Even every sub page. I didn't even bring that up, but every sub page for my services, 500 words. At least 500 words every single page. It's important because if you're trying to get to the top, this is definitely how you do it. I promise you, if you listen to everything I told you today, you will definitely be getting way more traffic coming to your site. You'll be getting a lot more opportunity with clients, and you will not have to be paying for advertisement like these guys at the top. Most people like to see you rank first organically, and they like to see you in the map pack. You have 122 Google 5-star reviews, man. I mean, this is, when you talk about a GMB, you should be like sitting pretty right here. But when I look this up, you're nowhere, you're not here, even for the HVAC. You know what I'm saying? So there's a reason for that. And one of the biggest secrets I can give you is you want to put in the citations because your reviews are amazing. There are people that would pay to try to get reviews like yours. So the fact that you already have that done, that's the hardest. The easy part is just going out and getting the citations. So it was an absolute pleasure, Rob. My name's Ryan again. I'm the owner of Philadelphia SEO Consulting. If you want to reach me, my number is 215-999-8599. You can shoot me an email back, and we can set up a time to talk further. If not, take everything I just taught you today, start implementing it, and you're really going to see some amazing results. Wish you the best, man. Talk to you soon. Take care.